It's almost like you're building this. I don't know what you guys call yourself, but it seems like a financial ecosystem for creators.
Yeah, we want to be your first business credit card. So when we started Carrot, we said, okay, we want to help creators with their finances and business. Our vision is we build an ecosystem with bank accounts, credit, payments, everything around incorporating your business, running it, getting access to credit and mortgages. We make it easy for you because we understand what a normal bank doesn't.
I think I feel like the flywheel has been building for a while, and then these larger creators are telling these other ones. But how did you get like the first big creator? I think you DM somebody,
It was
right?
hard, man. It was really hard. So my background, everyone assumes I used to work at Instagram. I helped build Instagram Live. People think, oh, you used to work at Instagram. It was so easy for you to get on your initial creators because you must have known them already. They forget when you work at a corporation, we are all cogs in the machine. And even though I was a product manager, I was so many layers removed from actually talking to creators. That's one of the reasons why I quit. I was like, my job is to help creators and businesses. And if I want to just talk to one, I have to go to my product marketing manager, to my community person, to my research person, because everyone's so specialized. And I'm like, I just want to go to VidCon directly and talk with them one-on-one, and I wasn't able to. So to your point, a lot of it was initially just cold DMing, cold messaging, cold hustling. For instance, one of our very first clients was ZHC, who is a top creator focused on art, and he has, I think, over 20 million subscribers. When he joined Carrot, there were actually 3 different avenues that I was in contact with him. So the first one, I had followed his content. I had been cold emailing him for a while. And the second was through a former colleague at McKinsey. She introduced me to an angel, who introduced me to another angel, who introduced me to a talent manager. So it's like 3 layers removed that 5 months from me meeting him ended up becoming the talent manager for ZHC. So path number 1, I was cold emailing ZHC. Path number 2, I had gone to this talent manager that ZHC ended up signing with. And number 3, the CEO of the talent agency that the agent had just joined, that the creator had just signed with, I had met him at Vid Summit. I didn't even have a badge. This was like in 2019. I just walked in. Nobody noticed. Just found him, approached him cold, followed up and met him in Texas a few months later and just got to know him. And so through 3 different avenues, been emailing the creator, been emailing his agent, had been emailing the CEO of the agency. There's enough credibility where when he actually had the need, because he didn't have high enough limits on his credit card just to support the working capital of his channel, because everything he made from one video, he'd put into the next. And if you don't have high limits, it actually slows down the rate of your production. It was like, oh, Eric from Carrot might be helpful. And I jumped on a call and I personally walked him through all of it. And they were like, yeah, this makes sense. They've been clients for years now.
Who do you think's doing it really well as a creator right now, just overall across the board?
So I think a creator I really admire, and I've mentioned her before, but I'm going to mention her again for a slightly different reason, Alexandra Botes. Why do I really like her? Because she encapsulates a lot of the different things we've talked so far. First of all, like that grind when you're ramen profitable, like she previously had done a Y Combinator back to startup, graduating from Stanford. Yeah. And it didn't work. They shut it down, which really sucked. And mentally as a founder, if something I try doesn't work, like I'm going to feel depressed and really bad. And she had so many people telling her, like you should like go and join like Snapchat or Instagram or Meta, whatever, like you're a Stanford educated former founder. And she's like, no. And she just went home and like every day for hours, for months, just sat and just played chess online. She just ground it out, number 1. Number 2, when she finally hit that content market fit, she immediately started to think about, how do I pivot and expand to what we were just talking about? Like, yeah, she is most well known for chess, but I mentioned to you, she's really starting to invest a lot in poker, and you seemed familiar with that as well. She hasn't been afraid to think about, okay, maybe chess brought me here, but maybe some creators would be like, well, I guess I just have to do chess until the end of time. It's like, no, like I'm going to start to do other types of formats, like poker, like variety streams, because she already knew, like, I have to expand. Number 3, she's very business savvy. She has a team helping her manage her accounting and finances. And like, that's one of the reasons she was one of our very first clients and one of our very first angels, because even though I wasn't saying, hey, we're going to help your YouTube videos explode 10x, she recognized the value of, if I can get anything that helps me manage my business, like even a little bit better on the stuff that I don't want to waste my time figuring out, that's more time for her to focus on making money.